In this week's Two Wheels Better, I look back at some of the things that didn't go quite right. But first, Jeff Stone meets Britain's oldest biker.
Now, when I was a mere lad, many years ago, this was in the heydays of BSA's, Triumphs and Nortons. Vale-Onslow's here was the only place to come to if you wanted spares for your British metal. So why are we here now? This is because we've come to see Vale-Onslow, the man himself. He's 97 years old and he's the oldest motorcyclist in the world. Well, here in front of me, I've got the Guinness Book of Records, and according to this, Len, you are the oldest motorcyclist in the world. Born 1900, so that makes you 97. Getting on a bit.
Yes, I suppose so.
When did your love affair with bikes first start?
Well, when I was born, 2 or 3 years old, because I had 6 brothers, pioneers in motorbikes, motorcars and aeroplanes. And of course they used to take me on the back of their machines as often as they could. More often than I enjoyed, because things were pretty hard in those days. You were sat on a carrier on a cushion, strapped on with a belt, a leather belt, which wasn't very comfortable. However, I enjoyed it. I thought that was part of the scene, part of my life. And then, of course, they decided I should have a motorbike. So they cut one down, altered a small bike for me. It was called a Metro Tyler, but I think it was a Metro Pico, I'm not sure.
When would this have been then?
Anyway, because this was 1908, I was 8 years old. Yeah. So they took me to Sutton Park on the lorry with my bike, and they told me what to do, gave me a push, and off I went. The most wonderful sensation ever I'd had. I didn't have to pedal anymore. I had several bikes by the time I was 14, and I worked on these machines, and I suppose I worked on, as a career, my life was working on bikes and cars, because I joined them in the garage. When I was 14, I was taken from school, where I was learning to be a technical draftsman, like my oldest brother. Anyway, so what happened was I worked on all these bikes, and I worked on practically every bike was made, and I saw all the faults in those bikes.
These are the famous old British names. I mean, a lot of people watching this.
So 1 or 2 American, like Indians and things. I had a 1914 Indian myself. Anyway, what happened was I saw all the faults with these machines, and in my mind I lugged them, you see. Then many years later it had a sequence, because I was cajoled into making my own motorbike.
Yeah, I was going to come to that a little bit later, but tell me, did you do any sort of competition work before then?
Yes,
did this?
1923, that was just when I first started competitive motorcycling, which was just mainly trials. I used all sorts of makes of bikes. Never had much success, because I adapted them to suit the purpose for which I was using them. But I never had much success until I made my own bike. It was a very interesting period, because there were so many different makes of bikes and engines. You could buy proprietary engines, you see. And there was quite a lot of proprietary engines on the market.
And tell me, in these days, what did you say you used to do your competition work? I mean, these were the days when you used to ride to a trial yourself, didn't you?
That's right.
On the same bike.
You used to ride to the trial, probably take the front number plate off, or sometimes the headlamp, and just ride in the trial. You rode probably 120 miles to the trial, and your trial was called a reliability trial.
And so on all these bikes you sort of cut your teeth and you found all these sort of problems with them. Yes. And is that when you decided that you could do better?
Oh yeah, well no, I was forced into doing this, you see, because one of the lads that worked for me, because I had the Hello Garage then, one of the lads that worked for me, he said, "Boss," he said, "you're always out putting different engines in different bikes and making specials to achieve perfection. Why don't you make one complete yourself?" So anyway, what happened was, my brother said, "I'll make one then," because he would join me, and "I'll help you." So we made one. I went to Villiers and got a Villiers engine. Well, this lad that had persuaded me to make the bike, he says, "Can I have the bike, boss?" I said, "Well, you know what it cost," and I had some transfers made for the tanks, SOS. But I thought they wouldn't like a distress signal.
on the tank now.
So I made Super Onslow special transfers. And nobody wanted them. They wanted the SOS. Funny thing was. Anyway.
And when was this? Was this sort of 27, did you say? 19?
28,
yeah.
28, 29, 30.
Yeah.
So we started making them. And then I bought an acre of land on the other side of the road, built a factory, and so I started making them. We got up to 25 a week in no time at all.
And you exported them as well, didn't you, shortly after that?
We exported dozens and dozens of them. All through the First World War, all through the Second World War. I rode bikes.
Yeah.
And I worked on them.
And how long did you sort of production of SOS go on forward?
Actually, the production stopped in 1939.
Yeah.
Well, 1940.
Yeah.
So there's quite a few about.
Now this little engine, this little Villiers engine, 197cc, this is the air-cooled one, but this is the bit that Len decided he didn't like. So he got rid of the air-cooled jacket and the cylinder head and put his little water-cooled conversion on it. How old's this model?
1931.
Right, okay, and this is one that you're restoring at the moment.
Yes.
Like I said, that's a very neat water-cooled jacket that you've got on there, and all that was designed by you?
Yes.
Yeah. And where did you get the castings done? Did you get those contracted out?
I had to get patterns made, of course, and then I got the castings made locally.
But you did all the design work on it?
All the design work, and when I got the castings, I machined them and put the engines together, and that's it. Very, very efficient, much more efficient than an air-cooled engine.
Yeah. So when do you reckon this one's going to be finished and ready for the road then?
Well, I've got 8 bikes in operation at the one time.
Yeah.
Operation, you see, and so this will probably be another week or two weeks.
So this is your little special. Where did you actually use this one, Len?
I used it right the speed trials in 1931.
Uh-huh.
I built it for that purpose, and it was I had to run on a special fuel, 5 miles to the gallon. An alcohol fuel called Disco, RD1, which was a very thick alcohol fuel, thinned down by nitromethane, not glycerine, and ether.
Yeah.
And the 3/16 hole in the filler cap, the ether got at me just before I went over the line, so I didn't know. I just shut off and that was it. Fortunately, the machine went in a straight line.
So you still can't stop messing about with your bikes then?
No, I enjoy every minute of it. And I work 48 hours a week.
And you still do 48 hours a week?
I do.
Do you regret that you had to stop producing bikes then?
Yes, really I do. I wanted to start again after the war, but unfortunately component parts and frame tubing and all sorts of things were impossible to get for as long as 18 months. So eventually I gave up the idea. Anyway, the motorcycle businesses were going strong, and I just wouldn't have had the time to do it anyway.
Because at one time you had a lot of shops around the Birmingham area, didn't you, motorbike dealers?
I had 7 branches.
7, yeah. So that was quite a business, wasn't it?
And I had 1 or 2 subsidiary companies as well.
So the boom years, when were those? After the war then? You know, when?
Well, actually, you know, Really, it was these bikes were made in a depression period.
Yeah, but I mean, when you actually came to your shop and you had all these chains, well, what was the good post-war year for you as a motorcycle dealer?
It was almost right away after the war.
Yeah.
We got very busy because we were one of the few.
Yeah.
And we sold parts. We got queues of 100 strong some Saturdays and Sunday mornings.
Yeah. Well, I can certainly remember Sunday mornings in the 60s when I used to queue there in your spares department,
yes.
and right out the door.
It was, of course, queues, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it was an amazing time. But look, all your achievements through the years, they've been recognised and culminating in you being awarded the MBE. That must have been a thrill.
Well, the award was, of course, for being the only pre-war motorcycle designer, manufacturer, rider still alive in the world.
Yeah.
And apparently I'm, again, the oldest rider.
I know you're a sprightly fellow. I nearly said old fellow then, but I mean, you're a sprightly. How long do you intend to go on? I mean, you can keep coming down to your workshop as long as you're still breathing?
Well, as long as I can use a spanner.
Yeah.
As long as I can stand up. I don't do my quarter of a mile sprint now anymore.
No,
I take it a bit easier, but I don't have to have a chairlift.
So motorcycles are truly in your blood then?
Oh yes, I suppose. I just don't know anything about anything else.
And now, all those little bits that you really weren't meant to see. And as you'll discover, it's not just us presenters that can't stop laughing.
Bike racing. And Carl had his problems last year, didn't you? Or rather, we're talking this year's season, the 97 season. You've got locating pegs on the frame, there and there. So all you have to do is match the two together. With a bit of luck. So that's the front end, that's the back, and the front end's dropped down. So it's just a matter of locating the seat on these two lugs. A little bit fiddly, but you do get used to it, honest. It's the front end, you must keep that one firmly located there, then get the back end over, a little bit of fiddling. That's all you do. And then you know, when I just did that bore, and it went, I thought, oh yeah, there it is. Meanwhile, oh bollocks to me.
Comes complete with CE body armour. That's elbow, shoulder, back, he and nip. He. Oh, stop it!
And this fella who's a rep for him, Rod Brooke, I've known him for a long, long time, and he's a big chap, towers over me, makes me feel inferior. Rod, it's good to see you again. How's things?
Oh, fine, Wayne. How are you?
No, not bad at all. Tell me about the Richer suit then. It's new. I've never seen them do a one-piece before.
Yeah, it's new for Richer for 1998. It comes complete with CE body armour. Oh, hang on.
This scooter thing, just tell me, where do you get together, you lads? Where do you all meet?
We all meet at the Alice and Arms in Coppell, other than the Liverpool lads.
That's the Lancashire.
That's the Lancashire Lions, yeah. The Liverpool Scooter Club, I forgot where they meet.
And the Liverpool Scooter Club meet in Liverpool?
In Liverpool, yeah. Probably, more than likely.
So Harry, tell me, where do you all get together? I mean, obviously you go for rides out on Sundays, but do you have a regular meet?
Yeah, we've got a regular meet every other Sunday at the Alice and Arms in Coppell, that's the Lancashire Lions. Right. The Liverpool lot meet...
Means in the Derby in Queen's Street, yes. What do we do with the Queen? Just think of Queen Derby.
Queen Derby.
Right. Start again.
Can I just say the Liverpool lot first?
If you want.
Yeah.
No, he's going to start laughing now. So Harry, I mean, it's obvious that you come out for rides on a Sunday, all get together for ride outs, but you have a regular meeting, do you? Where's that?
Yeah, the Liverpool lot meet at the Queen's Derby Street. Liverpool.
Let me write it down, you've got a dummy
Oh, it's no good without...
So Harry, I mean, it's obvious you all get together on a Sunday, you go for ride outs now, but you must have a regular meet. Where do you get together?
We all meet at the Allison Arms at Coppell every other Sunday.
That's the Lancashire lot.
That's the Lancashire Lions, yeah.
And the Liverpool lot. Do you remember where they meet?
Queen's Arms in Derby Street.
Well
Liverpool.
done. I didn't think
State on Thursdays.
I didn't think you'd remember that.
Here's the real owner with a smirk on his face as well. This is Martin Bird, and behind me is Mick. Oh, you know what it's... And this bike in front of me is the Suzuki TL1000, but I'm sure you can recognise that. It's famous, but famous perhaps for all the wrong reasons at the moment. But we've come to Ron Maxton's... This is the TL1000 Williams. No, it's not. It's a sort of... I'll probably say that because I did that with you, didn't I?
So just to keep the crowd entertained a little further, I'm going to do some impressions. Farmyard impressions. Wayne, get off that tractor!
Yes, you did.
Can I ask this officer here what's going on? Excuse me. Oh, it's you!
Hello, Paul. How are you, mate?
How come you've got a fancy jacket? I've got this thing.
Times are hard, mate. I've took a part-time job and I'm a traffic warden.
What? Just for the night?
Just for the night, yeah. Just a couple of quid in, yeah. In fact, just give me that, man. I just need a word with these lads over here.
Okay.
Excuse me, you can't be parking these bikes here, son. I say. And welcome to the Two Wheels Better Fashion Extravagant fashion show. Yeah. Said the flitter had a lot of feeling. We're going for fashion show.
Fashion show,
It's a lot easier.
Alright, carry on.
So welcome to the Two Wheels Better Fashion Show.
Come on, Jeff, give us a song now. Dickie bow on.
What are we going to sing?
Sing a sheriff hall. How the food, how the who. You look like Frankie Vaughan. Just tell us, in what year was the first TT? Nice and simple, that. Send your bollocks. Next year, send your answers. Bollocks. It's the first one. That's the first one I've cocked up, anyway.
I can't believe this.
Okay, let's go.
Hiya.
Hi.
Are you allowed to talk to us? Television.
Who are you?
Right, stop laughing now. You're going to make me laugh.
No motorways,
No, I know.
no toll roads. Everything's 90% of the stuff's free.
Yeah. Now, Wayne's brought me here to this water wheel thing. I don't know where he is. He's disappeared. I saw him park the scooter up, but...
Flubba lubba, feeble, flubba lubba weed.
Where have you been?
Hello, Paul.
Hey, all right.
Carl, it's easy to forget, isn't it? But I'm sure you won't. The 97 season, you've had your... Freaking hell. Sitting here, nice and relaxed. It's easy to forget that Carl had a few problems last year. Don't know what you're laughing at.
Oh, for God's sake.
Do you like practical jokes?
No, not really. I don't really laugh at
freaking hell, you're
jokes.
supposed to say yes or no, because we can say that's what we're laughing about.
Someone tells a joke, I'd never laugh.
Yeah, you don't?
Not really, no.
Right. What are you laughing for?
I don't know, I have no idea.
I wonder what the bloody hell that was, then I could hear it.
It's me sucking my glasses. Well. Did you get that?
You get that?
That wasn't me. It's
Ruffled, can't smell it.
Ruffled me paperwork as well. Right, okay, then I've just got to remember what the bloody hell I was going to say now, haven't I? Sitting back here, nice and relaxed, it's easy to forget that young Carl here. Sitting here, nice and relaxed, even with Carl having the occasional chuckle now and again, I think that's fair to say, Carl. It's easy to forget what's gone on this year, because you've had a lot of trouble with the bike, with handling, you've been down on power, down on speed. Just how are you going to overcome this?
The question's too long, he's going...
Right, stop laughing now.
Cheers, mate.
Made to measure.
You always surprise me. Nee, 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 nee.
You're looking properly dressed then?
Well, they just worried me because there's a field full of sheep there looking rather...
Oh yes, they're all running. Oh yeah, I think I'll
Can
be
you
out.
make a U-turn? I bet you can make its eyes water, can't you?
Does that flash through your mind, you know, oh, hell, at my home circuit as well, you know, I mean, does it all happen that quick and but you still think of the fans, do you?
It happens quick, but, you know, queue, telephone.
So do you have a quick sort of scan round and look at all these faces, faces?
You just feel it, you know, they go quiet and it's oh, never mind, next race, and phone's ringing again.
Body piercing. Body piercing is a new trend. Right, I'm going for this now, right. Don't laugh, Paul. Body piercing.
So what are you doing here, mate?
Don't ask, keep the chair still.
Right.
Right, go on.
So Wayne, what on earth are you doing here?
4.5 days. It was! You nearly stomach then. Carry on. Anyway.
How's your battery still?
Go on, Bennett. Right, okay.
So this runs on gas, that.
Colour.
It's a very old camera.
Do it.
Professionals, that's all.
Oh, we've got to listen up. Pulling faces at me.
Just get it, you still have it at that. I said it was a crap idea in the first place.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, right then. Should we do another piece outside?
Would it be better if I what? So Wayne, what on earth are you doing sat here drinking tea?
4.5.
Wayne, what on earth are you doing sat here drinking tea?
4.5 days ago you said meet me in the Forking Cafe.
But there's no need to be like that.
Right, that's enough nonsense for one night. Now, how would you like to win tickets for the forthcoming Manchester Motorcycle Show? The question is, how old is Len Vale-Onslow? Answers on a postcard to Two Wheels Better, Granada Satellite, Key Street, Manchester, M69EA.